What's up, everyone? It's Friday, June 4th. SweetPeteMMA here. There's a fight coming up. There's UFC Saturday night. I think there's a fight on tonight. Might be Bellator. There is the Mayweather versus Logan Paul fight on Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern time, I believe. I want to talk about this fight. So, looking at the odds initially, it was minus 1,000 for Mayweather and like plus 500 for Logan Paul. I see now the odds are coming down a little bit. That's because people have bet money on Logan Paul because it isn't worth it to bet on Mayweather in this fight. The only bets I would look into are prop bets for the fight going the distance. It is set to be an eight round fight, 3-minute rounds. If you look at Mayweather versus Conor McGregor, for instance, Conor McGregor is definitely more advanced of a striker than Logan Paul is. However, Conor McGregor is much smaller than Logan Paul. We got Logan Paul, who's I think 6'2". He's probably got about a 76 to 78 inch reach. He is a solid like 210 pounds. If you look at his arms, they're jacked. They're like this big. Veins are coming out. There's no proof on this, but I personally believe Logan Paul is on steroids, and he's just got jacked. There's no testing. It's an exhibition fight. Thus, that's why I believe Logan Paul is on steroids. He's got big, really quick. He's already in shape, fit guy, but he's got bigger, much quicker, and all of a sudden, these massive biceps. When you see that vein, that massive vein, that's to me is a tell. When the guy's arm's that big, like 3 times the size of mine, and those massive veins coming out, that's a tell. You got to be on something to get arms like that, plain and simple. But even with the new odds, we've got Floyd Money Mayweather at minus 850 or minus 800 even on some sites, and Logan Paul at plus 450. So these odds are horrible if you think like the popular perception in Vegas and the odds maker do that Mayweather's going to win this fight. You want to bet on Mayweather, you have to put down $800 to win $100. If that's the current odds right now, minus 800. You put down $100, you win $450 for Jake Paul. So this is the problem in this fight. We've got fighter A. Mayweather claims to be 5'8". I think he's 5'7" on a good day, and he's probably going to weigh in about 150 pounds, and that's with everything. That's with his clothes on and everything. Maybe weighs in at 154. Versus Logan Paul, who is going to be probably 7 inches taller. He's going to have an 8 or 9 inch reach advantage. He's going to have 50, 60 pounds of weight. He's also 20 years younger, almost 20 years, 15 years. I think Floyd Money Mayweather is 42, possibly 44, and Logan Paul is only 26 years old. So the strategy for Logan Paul to win this fight could be twofold. Number one, it could be just landing that haymaker power and landing that big shot, which puncher's chance. Every fight, there's a puncher's chance. There's a chance that Mayweather could get knocked out. He's fighting a guy that is way bigger, way more powerful, and when you're fighting someone much bigger than you, who has much more strength, who is training with some of the best boxing trainers in the world, he has some boxing experience against KSI, and his brother also, Jake Paul, he's 2-0 now, and Jake Paul is actually a pretty decent boxer. You can see his pretty legitimate skills. He has a nice check hook. He has good fundamentals. And Logan Paul isn't quite as crisp and smooth as Jake, but Logan still hits hard. He has a nice 1-2. He's going to have a longer reach. He's going to be towering over Floyd. However, my only bet here is look for the prop bets to the fight to go the distance. I think that Floyd, as a defensive fighter who always waits, he waited for Conor to come in. He waited until like the 8th round to start putting it on him. In the 10th round, he put him away. He doesn't have that much time. And also, Logan's in shape. Logan's much bigger. It's not going to be easy for Mayweather just to knock him out. He's going to have to take some chances. He's going to have to put some pressure on him to win rounds, to win this fight. So in order to do that, he's got to take these chances. He's got to put himself at jeopardy. He's going to get hit, that's for sure. But how cleanly, how hard, and how many times is Floyd going to evade these shots? That's the question. So the money here is betting on Logan Paul to win by KO, picking around. Maybe you could clean up that way, or betting on Logan Paul straight up. 100, you get 450, 4.5 times whatever you're betting. Or the fight to go the distance, which I think it might. I think Mayweather will possibly give up the first or second round, but then realize that he's got to win some rounds, and he'll use his footwork, he'll use his movement, and he'll go in and out, he'll pepper him. He will take the fight by decision. That is my prediction for this fight. Mayweather by decision. I don't think he's going to be able to put Logan Paul away. I think the size, the reach, and just the style matchup is going to be too difficult. Anyways, thanks for listening. Sweet Pete MMA here. Check me out, all my channels. I'm going to put this one up on YouTube. I'll have it on the Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter. Have a great weekend, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.